Match one of the finals, Dave Dellenbaugh entering from the boat end, Dave Perry from the pin. Breezy morning here in Sheboygan. As we look upwind, we see whitecaps just starting to form. The breeze up in the 10 to 12 range. As the Daves roll into their first dial-up, umpires green flag that one, and we're off. So Dellenbaugh in boat 1 with the yellow flag to leeward. Dave Perry, boat 8 with the blue flag to windward, making their final approach now. Looks like they're both going to be short of the line, but just about even. Dave Perry may be slightly advantaged because he is to the right, always an advantage in match racing. Perry tacks to cross, Dellenbaugh lee bows, and Perry tacks again. Still a very even race, 3/4 of the way up the beat. On the next cross, Dellenbaugh clear ahead, coming all the way across on port and then tacking in front of Perry. So Dellenbaugh starting to carve out a lead here. This time Dellenbaugh crosses all the way. He wants the right side on the final approach to the mark. And boy, Perry hasn't given up an inch. Right there on Dellenbaugh's transom as they go for their spinnaker sets. So really puts the pressure on the crews here, and just perfect sets for both of those. 1 boat length separating these two. Dellenbaugh going for the jibe. Perry right there with him. Oh, Perry going low. And making big gains on these waves. Perry going for the jibe. As he came from behind, he's obligated to jibe there and sail to the mark. Dellenbaugh dropping that halyard. And getting the spinnaker in late, Perry takes the lead. Masterful downwind leg there from Dave Perry, Chris Musler, and Mike Ray. And now it's going to be Dellenbaugh trying to close the gap on the upwind. Dellenbaugh double tacking there to shake Perry loose. And it looks like these boats are dead even again. Perry digging in all the way to the left side of the course, rolling the dice a little bit here. And as they come back across, it looks like Dellenbaugh has taken the lead, crossing there by a pretty significant margin. After several tacks, they're finally on the ley line. Dellenbaugh to windward and ahead. Perry just trying to keep up. Dellenbaugh's crew, Janelle Zarkowski, Amanda Callahan, and Dave Dellenbaugh's own daughter, Becca Dellenbaugh. Get that spinnaker up, no problem. Perry full speed ahead now and probably 2.5 boat lengths, maybe now 3 boat lengths behind. Let's see if he can work the same magic we saw on the first downwind leg, or will it be Dave Dellenbaugh taking the first race? Dellenbaugh being pretty conservative here. He's got a nice gap and he's almost laying the finish line. Dellenbaugh just 1 more jibe before the finish. And that's it. Dellenbaugh goes up 1-0 over Perry in the finals. This time it's Perry at the boat, Dellenbaugh at the pin, and Dellenbaugh goes head to win right there, down by the pin end. And there it is, Dellenbaugh attacking to port, Perry taking up a spot to leeward. 1 minute left, Perry now leading. Dellenbaugh pushing. Perry's got to find a way to burn up this last minute before the start. Dellenbaugh's got him hooked and awfully close to the starting line. Just barely over onto port tack, and now Dellenbaugh's going to split and go for the pin end. So we've got Perry on the right, Dellenbaugh on the left. And at go, again, pretty even. A lot more lateral separation, though. Let's see what happens when these boats come together. On the next cross, it's Perry in the lead. Dellenbaugh tacks to the port tack ley line. Perry already on the starboard tack ley line, and it's going to be Perry around the mark first. Well, in the first race, we saw Perry overtake Dellenbaugh on the first downwind. Now Dellenbaugh has a chance as both boats jibe. The lead cut now to less than 1 boat length. Another jibe here, and Dellenbaugh's starting to work over the top. Not too much of this leg left to go. Well, Dellenbaugh's kept it tight. Let's see what they can do on the second upwind leg. Dellenbaugh making some gains on the right side, going for attack here. So Perry wants the right side, doesn't go with Dellenbaugh this time. And on the next cross, now Perry lee bows. So Perry committed to the right side. At the top, Perry holding onto the lead, but just barely as Dellenbaugh starts to pinch him off. The breeze continues to calm down. And look at that, Perry scoots to leeward. Yankee flag. Quite a bit of shouting as Perry tries to sell it to the umpires. Still waiting on a ruling. And it is a green flag, no penalty. Dellenbaugh retakes the lead. Oh, and look at Dave Perry inching his way around the windward mark. Totally downspeed after that maneuver. So tough in these big waves without the breeze strength. And I don't think Dave Perry and his team was too happy with that incident. Dave Dellenbaugh makes it 2-0 after that pass at the windward mark. Just too far ahead for Perry to do anything. Pre-start for race 3 just after entry, and Perry is trying to escape from the control of Dellenbaugh. Dellenbaugh bringing him around for a second dial-up now. This is a must-win situation for Perry after going down 2-0 in the finals. Nifty little move there as Dellenbaugh goes up and over the top. Perry escapes for the time being, but downspeed. Dellenbaugh still hooked to leeward. And Perry conservatively goes back head to wind. Looks like he's going to hold position and try to start to windward of Dellenbaugh. Right now on his hip though. Oh, and a beautiful start for Dave Dellenbaugh to leeward and ahead at go. Just a masterful pre-start for Team Dellenbaugh as Perry tacks away to the right side. Both boats tack, maintaining quite a bit of lateral separation. It looks fairly even. I think Perry may have made some gains on the right side. Pressure's starting to come back up now. Over on the left side, Dave Dellenbaugh has really turned it on at the top of this beat. Perry now tacking back, but really just consolidating the lead. Must be a different breeze strength over there, because Dellenbaugh is going to cross by a couple of boat lengths. Dellenbaugh lee bows, Perry tacks back again. Dellenbaugh with the biggest lead of the series. Just increasing that lead downwind, and Perry's got to be devastated here. Not much chance left for him and his team. Just when it looked like it was all over, Dave Perry finds some pressure on the left, gets wound up, tacks back, and it looks like maybe slightly advantaged here as they head upwind. Boat 8 to windward and ahead of Dave Dellenbaugh in boat 1. Boy, we thought yesterday's comeback over Roble was big, but the distance here just unmatched in this regatta. Dave Perry, never say die, but this is not over either. Now Perry has to protect this lead. Can Dellenbaugh make another pass and take this race back, or will Dave Perry force a race 4? Dave Perry proving it ain't over till it's over. But now it's over, and it's 2-1 Dellenbaugh as we go to race 4. This time Perry entering from the boat and to the right of Dellenbaugh in the dial-up. Dell down here at the pin, Perry at the boat, and a fairly even start. And Perry crossing. Well, I don't know if Perry made the right decision there, because on the next cross, Dellenbaugh's got a piece of him. Dellenbaugh now controlling the right side. So Perry must have thought he saw something on the left that was worth crossing for, but it doesn't pan out, and now it looks like advantage Dellenbaugh. So now Dellenbaugh faced with the same situation. And this time he lets Perry have the right side. Well, that move certainly paid off better for Dellenbaugh than it did for Perry. But once again here, a monster lead at the first windward mark. Dellenbaugh ahead by almost 20 seconds here as Perry is chasing. This time at the leeward mark, it's a 30-second lead for Dave Dellenbaugh. Certainly gained back some of that lost distance, but Dellenbaugh still has the lead, and it's a pretty big one. Well, Perry is just not giving up. He is closing that gap, but I fear for Perry and his team that there's just not enough room left here. Dave Dellenbaugh about to claim the Prince of Wales Bowl for the first time since 2002. It's official across the line. Dave Dellenbaugh, Janelle Zarkowski, Becca Dellenbaugh, and Amanda Callahan are your 2013 U.S. Match Racing champions.